Princess Serena, not Princess Serena, and today we are in Banff, Alberta, or more specifically, Lake Louise, and we're going to see if we could find some pins, and I'm going to take you along my week-long trip. So, without further ado, let's get into the snow. First, I'm going to show you around our picture-perfect Airbnb. It literally looked like we stepped into a painting the second we walked in, and you would never know that we're not even staying in Banff. We're in a town right outside of it called Canmore, and it was just such a beautiful place to stay. And the views were spectacular. So this was our living room, and that was my favorite chair ever, the one where you could just like put your legs up. I always sat there every morning to kind of wake myself up because we got up early to start our day. And then we had a little balcony, and we were on the corner as well, so we had like more of a view. We were out day till night, so we didn't really have too much time to spend on here, but the moment I stepped on here, it was just so surreal. Like, wow, I finally made it. Hi, hello. And this owl scared me. We named him Gerald. He just stared into your soul no matter where you were standing. The first evening we spent walking around the town of Canmore. I honestly don't know how we're awake at this point because we woke up at like 4 a.m. and we went to dinner at a place called the Grizzly Paw. How cute. Cheers. Cheers to the best trip ever. Looking out the window in the car, like I can't even fathom. So we made it to Lake Minnewanka, aka Lake Willy Wonka, because we couldn't say the name. So it's completely thawed, which was a really nice surprise because I definitely expected a frozen lake, which we got later. We made a pit stop at Two Jack Lake. And it's not really coming out in the video, but it's actually really blue, which is nice. Not only did I find a pin, but there were options. First pin find was the Canadian Rockies. We started very broad and then we got more specific, which I love for my travel board. An unplanned stop at Waterfowl Lake. And yes, this is taken the same day as the lake earlier that was completely unthawed. And this is Peyto Lake. It was cool because we got to see the view of the other lake, like eye level, and then this one at the top. It was quite the struggle getting down. We definitely earned seeing this because it was quite the hike up, all snow and ice. And we're one of the only ones doing it was the Peyto Lake. And I love the shape of this lake. It is really unique. And even though it was frozen for us, it was still really pretty up there. And it's just really pretty to see the snow on the mountains. There were actually so many pins in all of the gift shops. It was so exciting. A lot of them were the same, but there were the odd few that were different. And I got to find a bunch of different ones of different places I've been to, which was really nice. And then over here is the beautiful Lake Louise. Definitely not overrated. Even when it's frozen, it was so pretty. And then we also did afternoon tea. We had little finger sandwiches and it was really fun and really cute. And the view was stunning as well because we got a window seat overlooking Lake Louise. So I found this pin at the same time as the Canadian Rockies one, but I decided upon further pin research at different gift shops that I actually liked this one better. I like how it's like not screen printed. I love how like it's enamel. And it says Banff National Park, Lake Louise, Canada. It is the most touristy spot, but it was gorgeous. It definitely was not overhyped. Though it was frozen and I didn't get to see this, so I got the little ski Lake Louise one. I love how it has like a dangle element. It's so cute. In Banff Town, I saw Wally. Like, you may leave the Disney life, but they don't leave you. And the pin life just follows you wherever you go when you're this much of a princess, you know? And through looking all of these pins, I also noticed some places I never heard of and never thought to hit up. So definitely going to be points of interest on my next trip. So there you go. Pins, multifunctional. They're pretty, but they also help you trip plan. Banff Town was really pretty as well. It was a cute little village and it was like touristy, but like also kind of small towny. And yeah, there was a Banff Avenue pin, so I was like, why not? Because it's reminiscent of like the roads there with the mountains and the water. I'm on a horse. This is Pistol. We're in Banff, Alberta, and it's so pretty with the mountains and Bow River. I was not sore from one hike I did, but 1 hour on this horse, and I was so sore, but it was totally worth it. He was so gentle. There were people hiking around on the trail that we were on, and literally they had to wait for like at least 10 horses to pass. Can you imagine hiking and just seeing 10 horses casually? I had to have one for the province of Alberta. I finally made it to a third province. Finally, a province that I didn't live in, I visited, as I've been in Ontario and Quebec only before this. After horseback riding, we had a picnic and then we waited for the rain to clear and went to Johnson Canyon. And this was one of, if not my favorite stop on the entire trip. It was so gorgeous and I was so surprised that it wasn't really frozen at all, only little bits of it. And the bits that were honestly made it even more pretty. It was really unique and it was really cool because you were on a path. Like the entire time was the view. You didn't have to work towards a view. Like the view was the entire trail. And there was upper falls and lower falls. So you got to go to different falls. And then there were other falls like on the way as well. So this is the path. And there's a little cave up there and it's so cool. I'll show you going through it. The path you had to take was really cool because it was single file. So you're up close and personal with the water at all times. And I can imagine in the summer it is so crowded and you could barely move. So it was nice that there definitely was people, but not too many that it would take away from your experience. And the water was so blue as well, which again was so surprising. And then we went to Castle Mountain, which is right there, but it was so foggy, like we couldn't see it, so trash. Castle Mountain, oh my gosh, because of the weather, we couldn't see anything. But it's so funny that they had a pin, but they didn't have a pin of Johnson Canyon. This is what it was supposed to look like. We had to make a pit stop at Vermilion Lakes. It was just so pretty. And the mountains were the greenest I've ever seen. I was surprised there was a pin for Vermilion Lake because it was kind of just a random stop we did. We didn't plan on going. There was lots of little points on the road where you could just stop and it's like really pretty by the water and the mountains and everything. And yeah, it turns out this one actually has a pin, so we must have picked a good one to stop at. Hello, we are currently canoeing in 2-degree weather. Currently using a tree to like stay here. I'm with Marion over here. And yeah, it's really gorgeous here. Not the weather, but but the views with the mountains over here. Clearly not the weather because you can hear the wind in that audio. Oh my gosh. It was the first and only day that we really didn't luck out with the weather. But you know what? We had the whole river to ourselves to canoe, all right? And it was sort of peaceful in a losing feeling in our hands kind of way. And look, more pins. And what better way to get our blood pumping? But seriously, canoeing was actually one of my favorite experiences. I'm sure my travel companions definitely wouldn't agree, but I thought it was really nice and a unique experience. Like it was snowing while we were canoeing. At first I got this Banff in general like parks pin, but then I saw this one and was like, hey, I have to have this one too because I literally went canoeing in the snow. This pin just perfectly captures that moment. Then to warm up, we went to the Upper Banff Hot Springs. It was a whopping 104 degrees in there, so we were going in and out of it, but it was really nice and we could sort of see the mountains through the fog. And it was snowing as well, which was cool. Then we went to the gondola, which was only 5 minutes away, which was nice, up Sulphur Mountain. It was over 2,000 feet above sea level. We did eat in a restaurant right at the top, which was really neat. So at first I got this Banff Sunshine pin, which I'm very well aware it's a ski hill. There's 3 ski hills there. So I knew I was going on a gondola and that kind of looked like this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. But then I got super lucky. I got a pin exactly for the mountain that I went to, for the Banff gondola on Sulphur Mountain. Oh, it's not even the end of my trip. Well, it's the end of my trip to Banff, and I'm going to Calgary for a day, and I'm sure I'll find a Calgary pin. Oh. But I have 14 pins, and my friend Marion, hi, hello. Got 7. Mm-hmm. But you have a double.
Yeah. Got a trade.
Oh my god, what a trade. There's some like that aren't doubles, but I like don't like this one that much after I found this one. So let's trade. There you go. So we're pin twins.
Hey.
There we go. Mooring Lake. We didn't even go here.
This is pretty, so I had to get it.
It was not on an itinerary, just the road was closed.
Yeah.
And then look at her Disney PJs. Look at this.
Like,
Oh,
Minnie.
my heart. I love Minnie and Mickey. On our drive away from Banff, we saw one more gem, Ghost Lake. The water was so beautiful. Not kidding, 5 minutes after that was taken, it was pouring rain. And then we did another afternoon tea in Calgary because why not? We met up with my friend's friend. It was really nice. And my other friend I was traveling with had this Minnie Mouse purse and it was so nice from Aldo. And finally, I got this Calgary pin at the Calgary Tower gift shop. And yeah, it's cute and simple, and apparently they wear cowboy hats there. I missed the memo. But Calgary was fun. It was kind of chilly when we went. It wasn't chilly on the way in, but then we spent the time like the last day in Calgary. Here's an overview of my travel pins I got in Alberta. So that's it for my trip to Alberta. I hope you enjoyed. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin-related content from me every Tuesday. Yeah, so I basically just got these pins and this sweater with the mountains, and I just thought it really captured the vibe and the warmth of Banff, not the weather, but just like bundling up in like 1,000 layers. I'll never forget that trip. I'm so happy I did it. And then literally the next day I went to Disney, which I still have to edit those videos. I would love to know if you've ever been to Banff or if you're ever planning to after seeing this video, because it is absolutely stunning. These videos and pictures do not do it justice in the slightest. Maybe the pins do, I don't know. I was impressed how many pins there were. It was so exciting. But yeah, that's it for this travel vlog. I love sharing my non-Disney travels with you as well. And this is my first major trip since COVID, so it was really nice. And as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.